My name is Robbie Morrison, and I retired from the Federal Public Service from Global Affairs Canada in June of 2018. So I had a farewell reception at work. It was very special. My mother was warmly greeted. She came in from Vancouver. You know, I got those cards. I got that 37 years of service plaque. You know, I was ready to go. I was ready to retire and have experienced that newfound freedom. So I planned from day one of retirement to travel, and boy, did I travel.
Camel ride, anyone?
You would like to stop here to take photo for the camel?
Oh no, we're good.
I was actually first among friends to retire, and I actually decided to return to British Columbia to be closer to my elderly mother and with my extended family. And I set it up so I was only like 20 minutes away from my mother so I could visit with her and her husband. Sadly, my stepfather died and my mother became a widow. So that was a bit of a turning point for me. I drew closer to my mother. Hi, Mom.
I'm here.
How are you?
I'm good.
You know, I also became a bit of a handyman to help her out in the home now and then. And then COVID hit, and for me, because I love to travel, put a bit of a cramp in my style. But what I did was to buy a camper van, and I traveled all over British Columbia, the Alaska Highway and other points. I had my ham radio, which is a big passion of mine. Or Yukon, over.
Yeah, Roger, Rob, good to hear you again. Thanks for 5744. I have you 5757 Texas this evening. Get a bunch. Catch you later.
Well, here I am, you know, number of years into my retirement and traveling so much. Not that it was escapism, but I felt that, you know, as you're getting older and you going to age in place, it's important to build those personal relationships and, you know, developing friendships. I guess perhaps at my age, increasingly difficult. So I decided to spend a little bit more time in Vancouver. Sadly, my mother, she had a mini stroke. I was actually in a restaurant with her. I was able to get her to the hospital quickly, and there was some real challenges, but we got her back home, back on her feet. She recovered quite nicely, so that was a blessing. It took a bit of a toll out of me nonetheless, but from a positive perspective, I was seeking change. It became known as a honeymoon fade. You know, after 6 years, this is something that is quite common, so I didn't feel that bad. And I always wanted to get into filming, more outdoor filming specifically, but it brought me to my memory back in 2014. I took a filmmaking workshop, and I really enjoyed that.
Hey, you believe in ghosts?
And also dabbled a little bit with YouTube and created a silly little video. You know, work was on top of mind, and so I sort of put my filmmaking hobby interests aside. So I did buy some filmmaking equipment, but it sort of sat idle for some time. I didn't have a community to touch base with. I wasn't connected, and I was tired of sitting learning through YouTube and Zoom videos about how to build my passion. It just wasn't enough. I was browsing the internet and I came across a local offering. It was a Black Bear and Seawolf cinematography workshop, and that was going to be like 4 months out. It was ran by James Frystack, who is an Emmy Award-winning cinematographer. In fact, he participated in the Netflix docuseries Island of the Seawolves. I actually met him a couple times. The passion that he had sort of was spilling off on me, and I thought, this is great. This is something that I'm going to, I want to experience and go down this new path. So I registered. And I knew, however, that wasn't going to be enough for me. I just still needed something, you know, these little T-Dunk courses, I needed something more structured. I went online and discovered, like in 3 days, the Capilano University Documentary Filmmaking Certificate Program was going to start. And I arranged an interview with the documentary program coordinator. So I was really stoked after speaking with the program coordinator, and my first thinking, however, was that I would be spending less time with my mother, and I didn't want to disadvantage her or put her at risk, you know, if I wasn't there when she needed me. So I discussed this with my mother. I was so relieved just how positive and supportive she was for me to join. So just like immediately, I enrolled in the program. So I was back to a structured life again. Up early in the morning, give myself 40 minutes to get ready and out the door. I hadn't commuted to work for plus 30 years. So this is quite something. I didn't take the bus because there might have been a connection problem and I would be late. And no, I can't be late. It's sort of ingrained on me that I wouldn't be late, of course. You know, meeting the new cohort, everyone is new at this. I mean, some of these young adults are just fresh out of high school. Here I am just fresh out of retirement after a 6-year honeymoon. And I was fortunate enough that there was someone else in my class who was a bit older than myself, and her name is Beth.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
How's the Prius holding up?
Oh, really good. I love my car.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Well, we got another day in class.
You got those assignments done?
Oh, yes, I handed them in on time.
Oh, me too. Way before time,
Yeah,
as
I know.
usual.
Yeah, as usual, yes.
One thing that I really picked up early, what impressed me so much, was the teacher's passion for their profession and the tremendous expertise that they bring to bear as teachers. For example, we have Jack Silberman, our director and producing class teacher. He's produced and directed and written over 45 documentaries, winning over 60 awards.
So you need to protect your world premiere. To protect it, that means don't let your film play on YouTube.
I was clearly feeling that I was connecting with my passion, my once forgotten dream, getting into filmmaking. I was completely immersed in the program. I was loving it. Unlike University of Victoria, maybe I was just more stressed. I didn't have to worry about my impending career, paying bills and stuff like that. I'm retired, having fun here. Because I had already registered for the Black Bear and Seawolves workshop ran by James Frystack, I had to miss 8 days of school, but this was such an excellent experience for me. I learned so much. Place where the island of the Seawolves was filmed on the west coast of Vancouver Island. Maintaining a school-life balance is really key to success.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Oh, another workout.
Yeah, ready for another one.
Here we
Let's
go.
do it. Let's go. 10 reps. 10 good ones.
But also, it's so important for me to continue that connection with my mother.
Hi, dear.
Hey, Mom, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Good. Looking forward to lunch.
Yeah, light spot
If you
again.
don't mind, and take me to the
Oh,
library.
yes.
Great. Thanks.
You've got a couple of books in there.
Yeah, get some more new ones.
The end of the fall term culminated in the December screening of our individual 5-minute documentary films. Mine was called Behind the Blind. It was all about the life and experiences of James Frystack, the wildlife cinematographer. He was our workshop instructor that I spoke of. That was well received, and that deep sense of accomplishment of that film, I hadn't felt since retirement when I left my career. It gave me increased confidence to move forward for the next project. So in the second term, we were taking more advanced classes, such as Will Morrison's cinematography and editing classes, building a stronger foundation for my capstone 10-minute film.
To show you how to organize your footage a lot, so you can access it a lot quicker. Basically, it's markers are universally used throughout production. No editor worth their salt does not use markers, obviously.
So Robbie's challenge now is to whittle it down to the essence, right? But I wouldn't, hold on to this because there's some really rich material here you may want to create beyond the 10 minutes.
Things are really running smoothly for me. I've increased my confidence. I'm starting to get a sense that there's a filmmaking community out there that I could, upon graduation, participate in. Really looking forward to the offerings of the alumni group, for, past students from the DOCS program here at Capilano University. The prospect of going to film festivals, participating, volunteering. This is going to open up a whole opportunity for me, really, to help with that socialization. There's a documentarian, Austin Meyer, that I follow on his YouTube channel. And he's got this quote, "I remember that I once dreamed of being where I am now. I found joy in the process, in the climb, and the journey. I'm happy that I got here."